Throughout all of human history, games have come and gone to occupy the lives of people. From simple dice games made of bones to intricate games like chess, leisure has long been a part of the human experience. As leisure incorporated itself into the human experience, the idea of using it for profit came to be. Gambling established the first instance of a concrete reason to cheat and get a leg up on someone. From questionable practices like card counting, all the way to stacking a deck, cheating has always been prevalent. However, in the information age of computers, using advanced algorithms in order to cheat have become common. While some people say Marlow cheating or not cheating matters for the entirety of the community, this is incorrect, since high-tier players are infinitely better than the average player, and this particular person cheating is only a figure for the community's much deeper issues like boosting, subjective judgments, and closet cheating. High-tier players, regardless of macros, are already infinitely better due to an understanding of the game's mechanics and quirks. In Marlow's most recent video, Hacking is Bad, she shows verifiable proof of not using any hacks or macros including aimbot or tracking. While players like Swite noted in her comments that her mechanics were lacking, her gameplay still showed an impressive amount of understanding and game sense. Clearly, her game sense and understanding of other players gives her a great deal of skill, regardless of if she uses mechanical cheats. While this understanding of game sense matters for if Marlow's actually cheating, it's important to consider how Marlow cheating or not cheating does not affect the deeper issues within the community. The entire tier list community already suffers from issues such as closet cheating, organized boosting, and subjective judgments, which makes the issue of a given player cheating less important than addressing these deeper issues. In a comment by Marlow underneath a Tiv's Flow video, she addressed many of these issues herself. Furthermore, her status as owner demonstrates and gives reasoning as to why she would understand many of these issues popping up and making themselves known. Overall, if the owner of the tier list is able to both understand and address these issues, it shows that there is a much more prevalent and constant issue in the community rather than if a given player, even if it is the best, is cheating. While I think her cheating pales in comparison and distracts from more important issues, some players argue that the best player cheating damages the integrity of the tier list as a whole. Marlow cheating does not impact the integrity of the tier list as a whole due to the corollary or parallel of IQ tests among serial killers coming back low. Let me explain. With the Punishments channel and the Crystal PvP community Discord being constantly updated with new blacklisted or subhuman players, cheating is as prevalent as ever. However, circling back to the idea of serial killers having lower IQ scores would normally indicate that all serial killers are unintelligent. Although this is incorrect, since it's actually an example of survivorship bias, where we are only looking at the serial killers that have been caught. For example, consider 10 serial killers. The smartest 2 would be capable enough to avoid capture, while the other 8 would average out for a low IQ score. This can be paralleled against cheating as well, since the only people we know are cheating are the ones that are not smart enough to get away with it. Blatantly, this idea of survivorship bias discredits the idea that Marlow cheating would hurt the entirety of the tier list, since so many high-tier people could be cheating and just not be getting caught. If nothing else I've said has convinced you, consider the 2 primary scenarios of the current allegations. Either A, Marlow is not cheating and is instead fully legit. In this scenario, ownership of the tier list is still hers as well as honor being restored. Alternatively, in scenario B, Marlow is hacking and is proven beyond a reasonable doubt. In this scenario, I see Marlow making an apology and saying to do better while still retaining ranks and status since she owns the tier list. Either way, the situation ends the same, with Marlow owning the tier list and retaining ranks. I'll end this with a quote from the French philosopher Albert Camus, and I really want you to think about what it means to be alive and to continue going in spite of everything. Albert Camus says, "To be happy, we must not be too concerned with others." Thank you for watching. Have a good one.